everyone, and welcome back to more Cobblemon Star Academy with the lads. We're back on creative today. I have Lone Wolf Dance and Shroom with me to start. I'm about to undeafen in Discord. Will hopefully show up after a while. We're not sure, and Ditto should be here late as usual. And I don't know if anyone else other than that will show up, so we'll find out as we go. Hello, Daves.
Hello.
Apparently. How's it going?
What's it like being a Dave in this day and age?
Well, you know, it's got its ups and downs.
What are the
Mostly
odds?
downs, but you know.
That's a good one, Lone Wolf.
Yeah, it's a lot of downs. A lot of downs.
Like being named Dave for one.
Yeah, that doesn't help. That doesn't help.
I forgot I got a Kyogre last time. That's crazy.
Yeah, you did, didn't you?
I can't believe that thing spawned. We were building a volcano. It should have been Groudon. Alright, well, creative day. I'm gonna go throw all my stuff in my creative chest, and then we can get on over there. I think we're starting to get to the, like, annoying finishing touches part of the build, now that we've gotten all the way over to Sunset Terrace and whatnot. I honestly have no idea what I'm even going to do today. Because I feel like a lot of what we have left going is, like, outside of my skill set.
You can always, you know, have Shroom teach you how to do interiors.
God, be taught by Shroom? That sounds awful.
Seems like a terrible idea.
Terrible for everyone involved. Absolutely terrible for everyone involved. Whee! Let me know when you guys are good to change.
Just dropping everything off.
Yeah, I like to get everything out of my inventory before I go into creative.
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm good as well.
Yep, me too.
Me 3. There you go, we should all be creative. Will told me that he is having some tech difficulties, so he doesn't know if he'll be here, or if he is going to be here, or when he'll be here. And then, I mean, Ditto is always late, so. We will wait and see how it plays out. Guess I'm going to finish putting down these pillars at least a little bit. Because I don't know what else. Oh yeah, I'm gonna take a look around, actually. I'm thinking we're getting close to the point where there's gonna need to be, like, terraforming, like building up the ground underneath and stuff like that. And that's honestly something we should probably do off-stream, because terraforming is, like... I mean, you know, whoever's watching this is watching it because they like to watch building, but man, no one wants to watch terraforming. Not on this wide of a scale. Small scale, maybe, but on this wide of a scale, absolutely not. I forgot Will made this giant. I think he said he was going to try and recenter this. We'll leave that for him and see if he's going to mess with anything else with it. Do need buildings along that. I think I have a general idea to put there, maybe. Yeah, we gotta, like, clean up a bunch of buildings. We're getting to the really, like, tedious, like, finishing work. This is gonna need to be more mountain. Needs to go mountain all the way over to this. Yeah. What are you up to, Lone Wolf?
I'm gonna get this rail finished.
Good plan, good plan. 4 wide? 4 wide. So, anything cool happen with you guys this week? Do anything neat?
I'd have to have life for that to happen, so, you know.
Unbelievable. Can't get anything out of this guy?
Interesting thing. Not really. I may have considered joining another draft league.
What is wrong with you?
So many things.
I feel like I have to find you a hobby for your own good.
Yeah. Many have tried. Right.
All have failed.
Yeah. It's one does not simply, you know.
I cannot believe this guy. Whee! There is a Diggersby on my screen. This is unforgivable. We watched more Naruto on Thursday. That was cool.
Naruto was good fun. I did enjoy.
It was great.
I'm
Shroom.
excited to see where that story's going.
We watched the for those of you who know what Naruto is, we watched the very start of the Chunin exams where Ibiki gives the first test that they have to pass. The spoilers for an anime that came out in 2002, where Ibiki gave them like written exams, but the purpose of the exams was to cheat. And Shroom called the cheat twist by making a joke as soon as Ibiki explained the rules, which was very funny.
Stream has a bad habit of. Stream has a bad habit of writing all the anime we watch. It's
Yeah.
overrated.
One day we'll find an anime that he has not already, authored.
I don't know. It's gonna take a lot for that to happen.
What was it? You said like Ibiki was explaining the rules and he said like you lose 2 points if you cheat without using your head, and then Shroom was like, oh, so if they use their head then they get more points, huh? Like they don't get punished, huh? And then that was in fact the trick. Good times. It's one of my favorite. I remember when Michael and Slyro, they watched Naruto like pre-time skip, but then when they got to Shippuden, which is when the time skip happens, the filler got like a lot worse. So they both like manga, so they ended up reading the manga. And I remember one specific moment that they were reading at about the same pace, and when they got close to one moment, I told them like, hey, wait, I want to watch this one with you. Like the anime didn't mess it up with filler at all. And so we all got together to watch it, and both of them on 2 separate occasions made joking comments that like called out what happened. It was so good. I can't go into more detail because it would potentially spoil Shroom, but oh man, I can't wait until we get to that point again to see if Shroom like ends up saying the same thing that Michael or Sly did. It's one of my most fond Naruto memories.
Saying the same thing as Michael or Sly, I hope not.
You're in a bad spot because you either say the same thing they did, which means you like guessed it correctly and get to say that you wrote that or whatever, but that means that you said the same thing they did, or you don't and you don't call it.
Yeah, these are the problems I have to live with.
I'll stick between
Well, that and your crippling draft league addiction is pretty up there.
Yeah, I don't have a smart answer to that. Trying to think of one and just there's nothing coming to me.
He looks to his shrine of Haxorus in the corner of his room, the little plush doll of Haxorus whispering, do it. Round 1, draft me again, do it.
Excuse me, Chaos. Shrine? Singular? Come on now.
Yeah, he's got one in every alcove of his house.
This guy's got alcoves? I didn't realize Shroom was doing that well for himself.
House? Lone Wolf? We've just gone over the fact it's a shrine. Come on now. Weren't you listening?
Silly Lone Wolf. That might work. Let's try this. I set it to clear for like 10. Is 10,000 not as long as I think it is?
Probably not.
I'm gonna add 2 more zeros. That'll fix it. No more rain in the server ever. Now that I have a Kyogre, no one else is allowed.
That checks out.
This will be easy to destroy if I decide I don't like it later. Sherm, what are your plans for today? You just doing interiors over there and nothing else?
Pretty much. I'm trying to work on the exterior of at least the bottom floor of this bit for now. I've got like a split second on the reference video of a tiny angle that I can just about see.
You should just buy a copy of Kingdom Hearts 2, to be honest.
So true,
Or
so
Kingdom
true
Hearts 3,
based.
whichever one it is. Based in true? Based in factual?
I mean, just buy both if real.
Get the story so far, and then pick up KH3, Remind DLC, and then Melody of Memory. Have they put out a collection that includes KH3 and Melody of Memory yet?
I don't think so. The Square Enix haven't decided if they need that cash influx yet.
Hey guys, we canceled that mobile game that we were going to try and wring you dry with microtransactions, so could you, buy the entire Kingdom Hearts collection DVD box set again, please?
You know, the best part is people would do it.
I mean, obviously, it's Kingdom Hearts. What am I doing wrong here? Oh, this needs to come out one more. Yeah, and then I just have to take the whole thing down, which is annoying. It's what we in the business call future chaos problems. Hooked on a feeling. Anyways, that aside, I have been rewatching Malcolm in the Middle. Do you guys have that over in
Interesting decision.
Land?
Yes, very much so.
Did you watch it?
I have. No, I don't think I like sort of watched it religiously.
Oh, you didn't wake up every Sunday morning at 8 a.m. to watch Malcolm in the Middle?
Yeah, no, I didn't. And you know what? That's on me.
Bryan Cranston will remember that.
Unfortunate for me.
I didn't watch anything religiously when I was a kid. I didn't like keep up with anything. I was just like something on TV, watching it. And Malcolm in the Middle was one I watched quite a bit. I'm learning because they're doing that revival. I think it drops on Hulu in like April or something like that. They like, and I think they got like, did they get everyone back or did they not? I think they might not have gotten the original Dewey actor back, but I think they got everyone else, like Reese Francis, Bryan Cranston, obviously, Frankie Muniz. And because of that revival, it was coming up in my recommended. I assume that's why it'd been coming up in my recommended a little bit on YouTube, like shorts of Malcolm in the Middle. And I watched a couple of them, and I was like, man, I loved this show. Is it like on streaming? And obviously, it's on Disney Plus and Hulu. I didn't realize that Disney was in charge of Malcolm in the Middle. But so I went to watch it, and man, it holds up pretty darn well. Also, I watched way more of it than I realized. because I would constantly, when watching, I'm in the middle of season 2 right now, I would constantly, when watching, be like, oh, dude, I vaguely remember this. Not enough to be like, I should skip this episode, but enough to be like, oh, right, this is the one with the babysitter, and this is the one where Hal tries to, like, catch a joyrider, and etc.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's been fun watching it again. I'm really looking forward to, I remember some of my favorite episodes were the ones I've really enjoyed. I think that Bryan Cranston is obviously the standout. Everything that he does as Hal in the show is hilarious, more or less.
Yes.
But all of the characters are really good. They do that show was so ahead of its time. Such a great show. But maybe my favorite, and I remember him being my favorite, is Francis. I love all the cutaway things they do with Francis. And I remember explicitly, it hasn't happened yet, and I'm currently in season 2. I don't know what season they're going to hit me with it. But I remember he eventually ends up working on a farm as, like, a farmhand and all. And I remember that being some of, like, my favorite parts of Malcolm in the Middle. So I'm really looking forward to getting back to that. In the meanwhile, him being in the military school has also been...
Him
like,
in military school was a very good arc. I do think he has probably my favorite individual line in Malcolm in the Middle, which is when they're at that really fancy house party thing, and all the other mothers and whatever deliberately exclude Lois, and she gets really upset, and they make a comment about how she's a drama queen, and all 3 of the kids just have this like really annoyed look. Like, obviously they don't get on with their mother, but like they're not going to let that lie, and then they just like storm off, and Francis's fiance or wife is following. It's like, what are you going to do? And he just goes, we don't know. We never know.
I can't wait to get back to that one. I just recently watched the one where it was Lois's birthday and like everyone forgot and whatnot, and it ended with them, she was like at the batting cages, and it ended with them trying to like make things up to her. And they were like, what can we do for you? Hal was like, what can we do for you, honey? What can we do to make it up to you? And she was like, can you just like do this and this for me without me having to ask every single time? You know, basic mother stuff, right? Without like her having to baby them. And then deadpan, Bryan Cranston's delivery. Perfect. Oh, honey, we can't do that. That's not possible. And she looks incredulous, and he's like, "You see, we're stupid, honey. All we can give you is our blind obedience."
Yeah, that checks out.
Yeah,
that checks out.
And then a clown that Hal had paid, like he had paid off some other little kid was having a birthday party. He paid like an absorbent amount of money to get them to like give them the clown and the birthday cake, and the clown says something rude to Lois, and then it devolves into all of the men of the family fighting a group of clowns, because it wasn't just one clown that was there doing that birthday party. It like cuts to 4 other clowns being at the batting cages and joining in the fight. Oh man, it was so good.
It's a show. It certainly is a show.
It is a great show. I remember, I need to fact check this at one point. I might be spreading misinformation, but I remember reading once that the writers kept trying to come up with something. They tried to come up with storylines for Hal that would make him do such ridiculous stuff that they were trying to get Bryan Cranston to say, I'm not filming that. And then, like, I'm pretty sure the whole thought was they weren't trying to, like, they weren't doing it malevolently. They were like, we were trying to get him to say no on that, and then we would have come up with something else. Like, they would have written something different. But, like, no matter what they told him they wanted him to do for an episode, he said, like, he just did it every time. I remember, and this one was in season 1, because I saw it so recently, the one where he's just literally covered in bees from, like, head to toe. I hope that that's a true story, that the writers were just trying to get Bryan Cranston to be like, you've gone too far, and every time...
I could believe it. I could believe it.
It sounds so reasonable, because, you know, Bryan Cranston, from what I've heard of him, it sounds like, I mean, he's a heck of an actor. I believe that he would have been like, nah, I got it. Those kids, like, they were great child actors, by the way. Like, I don't know how many takes it took them to get the final result, but, like, They, like, Dewey, Reese, and Malcolm, they all do great acting. It doesn't, like, it feels like you are watching... The only time I was watching it and I felt a little out of it was actually the clown fight bit, because you can see how they didn't even really try on, and it was fine for the show and what it was. It didn't make it worse, but it was just very obvious. They didn't try to, like, make convincing punches. It was so obvious when Bryan Cranston, like, punched the clown that he did not make contact with his face at all, and the guy playing as the clown just, like, reacted as if he had been hit. But other than that, the kids, like, not once do I feel like, man, what horrible acting. I can tell that you're, like, that this, like, it feels like you're actually watching a family, you know?
From the bits I remember seeing of Malcolm in the Middle, I always did, like, enjoy it. No, that's too far.
And, dude, I think it's, sometimes it hooks me in and I actually pay, like, full attention, but it's great second monitor content. Would recommend. It's on Disney Plus, Hulu, etc. Disney Plus and Hulu, they're supposed to be combining into one app this year, aren't they?
Are they?
I feel like I
haven't
remember
either,
my
so
sister
it's a bit
mentioned
beyond
it.
my reach.
My sister mentioned it to me, that, and then I remember looking it up, but I can't remember all the details, but I'm pretty sure that they're, like, merging, like, the ESPN side of it, Hulu and Disney Plus, all into, like, one app, and I think the idea is that when you open the one singular app, you pick which one of the three you're, like, getting into when you do.
It's just the year of providers buying other providers.
Well, Disney has owned Hulu for a while, but yeah. Hulu is
Someone else buy
Disney.
someone else. Didn't someone buy Warner Brothers? Did Netflix buy Warner Brothers? Did I read that right?
Yeah. Netflix bought, like, what was it? It's something like they didn't buy like all of Warner Brothers. Didn't they just buy like the movie division or something?
I
It
think so.
would seem that seems more realistic. It doesn't seem like the kind of thing that can happen. Because Warner Brothers is Warner Brothers, and Netflix
Exactly,
is Netflix.
right? Well, Warner Brothers has also been shooting themselves in the foot constantly. Do you see how they keep making movies and then trying to trash them for tax purposes?
Classic Warner Brothers.
Classic Warner Brothers.
I'm
wish
sure Netflix will fix that.
Oh yeah, totally. You know, it is just my luck as someone who has long said, man, I wish that DC could make good live-action movies, that right when James Gunn makes, like, maybe the best Superman film ever, immediately Netflix is like, hey, we bought that.
Uh-huh. God, this wall is annoying me. Why do you have to be a different colour wall? Why are you the way that you are?
For you, specifically.
Yes. This wall is vexing me. Now it's not going to be the same inside as it is on the other walls.
Another thing,
Ah.
some other stuff I rewatched recently. I was, last week in, at church in Sunday school, I was talking with a bunch of guys. We got talking about, like, old Disney, like, shows and whatnot, and movies and all, like Disney original movies. And so after we talked about them, I had to go back and rewatch a bunch of them. So I rewatched Minutemen. I rewatched, what was the other one? Smart House, the cult classic. I don't think it's a cult classic. I think it just did really well. And there was one other. Oh, Sky High. Have you guys watched any of those?
That's the
Mean
Sky
nothing to me,
High.
I'm afraid.
Shroom, you're a bit older than me. It might have been a little past your time. Well, Smart House should have been right in your range. Minutemen and Sky High was probably a bit late for you. Because I think... How much older than me are you? It's not
Yes.
too
50 years.
Yes. I'm 30. How old are you?
I'm nearly 36.
37. Okay, yeah. So
That's not right. 35.
close enough. So you were like 15
Sorry,
or 16.
I lose track in my old age.
Yeah. Yeah, so you're like 5 years ahead of me. Sky High was when I was like 10, so you were 15. You were probably too cool for it or something.
Oh, I doubt that very much.
I think Minutemen was around that same time. Smart House came out in like 99 or something though. That would have been in your range. But anyways, all pretty good movies. I say they for what they are, especially I think Smart House just flat out it holds up. Minutemen and Sky High, as long as it's like a Disney original home movie. So as long as you know what those are and like what you're in for, I think they're pretty good. I don't think someone who isn't looking for that kind of entertainment would like them though. But anyways, yeah, I've just been down nostalgia lane. And I started watching DuckTales 2017 again. I got through all of season 1 recently. Because now, it was primary monitor content. I had to pay attention when I was watching DuckTales 2017. Now I can use it as second monitor content and kind of like, get all those nice moments of being like, I know what that leads to later now that I've seen the whole thing, You see, I got Vincent's in chat remembers all 3 of those movies. I got at least one. I'm gonna leave these hollow in the inside because I think it's neat, and also it means I won't have to worry about placing an extra, like, 4 columns of blocks. Yeah, I think this is gonna work. I might try and put something on those edges to make them less blocky. Less blocky in Minecraft. It's what we all strive for in Minecraft, is trying to make it blockier. Or less blocky, I mean.
Yeah. Trying to avoid it looking like Minecraft.
That's the goal. Lone Wolf.
Yes.
Why is it? I guess it must just be because this is the station. There's a bit right here that's like the top of the railway is like thicker than the rest of the railway. It kept confusing me.
Oh, you mean like right at the platform? Yeah, that was intended because it's the platform.
Right. Just making sure. Just making sure. It's really already been 30 minutes. Time flies, man. Time flies.
Oh, I'll be there. Okay, that's
I'll be there for you.
That's entire top floor. Yes. Good. Good.
Down, down, down we go. Nice, 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 nice. Rapid fire. Lone Wolf. Oh, Dance died.
Yes.
Dance lives. I'm gaining on you. I got another platinum trophy the other day.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, it
What
was.
was that put you at now?
I think I'm at 78. I think you're at 80.
I'm at 81 now. I picked up the
You also got a
plat for
platinum
Control
the other day.
the other day. Yeah.
Would you plat? What was it?
Control Ultimate Edition.
I haven't heard.
Finally got
of
around to playing that. It's kind of
You're-
got
You're playing those little baby games that just give you a free platinum if you play for 20 minutes, aren't you?
I would never.
I know we're both too real for that. Anyways, what
That
is
was
Control?
a good it was a good mind-bending experience. It's got like sort of like prototype mechanics to it with its combat.
Interesting.
Quite fun.
I got Wise 10 Nordics Platinum done the other day. I finished running through the NG Plus.
Nice, nice.
It was a pretty good time.
Should probably
No.
do that at some point because that'll be an easy platinum for me too.
Yeah, I've noticed you have a couple of games that like are 90% done because you're just missing like doing an NG Plus or something. I have to get to. Oh, this is interesting. I have to get to I finished Tales of Xillia Remastered Jude's story, and I want to do Mila's story next year, but I need to. My 69th platinum trophy was the original Xillia, which is my favorite game of all time. So I want Xillia
Nice.
Remastered to be. Thank you. I want Xillia Remastered to be my 100th platinum trophy, and I want to do Mila's story at the end of the year. So I have like a year to get like 20 more platinum trophies, basically. I have a bunch of games lined up that I want to plat, but I just haven't gotten to a bunch of them yet, but I'm slowly working on it. I think the next one I'm gonna plat is Metaphor.
That was such a good game. I'm
was
surprised you
quite
haven't
a good
platinum that already.
I think I got really annoyed with the final boss, and so when I set it down, I was like, I'll come back to it some other time. I also was just like busy with other interests. I guess I get into like different moods of like what I want to put my time into, and I just hadn't been trophy hunting for a while. I don't think I trophy hunted like hardly anything for basically all of 2025, except for like right in December. But now I'm back in the groove of like using some of my spare time to play games, because I did the Ace Attorney Platinum, and then there was one other I did in between Ace Attorney and Wise 10. What was it? Cannot recall. There was another game I got the platinum in between those two. Wait a minute, I have my thing open in case I need to open Cage 2. I can check. Load PS5, load. What was it? Oh, no, it wasn't. It was Phoenix Wright and then Wise 10, but I did Dicey Dungeons right before Phoenix Wright. That's what I'm thinking of.
Dicey Dungeons as a PS5 port?
It does!
Nice.
It got one in like 2023. I remember it didn't get one for the longest time, and I was furious because I love platinuming roguelites like that. Like, I got the platinum on Enter the Gungeon, and there's another one, Slay the Spire, and I wanted to do Dicey Dungeons. Dicey Dungeons is one of only like 2 games I ever got all the achievements on Steam, because I enjoyed it enough to do it on Steam.
Dicey Dungeons was a fun game.
It was a very good game.
I would try and go for that myself, but like I suck as the witch, so I'd never
I
be
mean,
able to
well,
get that
I
far.
want to correct you really quickly there. The Witch sucks. I used to, when I was first playing it, I used to be a bit of a witch defender, believe it or not. But then I got over it, and then when I had to do the platinum run last month for stuff, all of the stuff I had to do last was the witch, and I was like, man, I really wish this character just wasn't here.
I recall the witch being irritating.
The witch is like neat in concept, but it kind of forces you to, I feel like it really forces you to play in a more specific way than like every other character with their gimmicks. It doesn't feel, because like the robot has some unique things going on, and like the way his little counter works and all, but you still feel like you're playing Dicey Dungeons. It's just different from like the warrior or the thief or even the jester, who's probably the like most unique outside of the witch. But the witch really almost feels like you're just playing a different game a lot of the times, and it's not a game that I enjoy as much as the rest of it. Yeah, I got that next on the list is probably going to be Metaphor. I'm definitely going to plat Dispatch. I think that they... Honestly, I probably would have tried to get the plat in it as soon as I finished it, except there was a glitch on one of the trophies, but I think they fixed it. I might do that one after Metaphor. I'm not really in a rush for that one because, you know, by virtue of how that game works, where it's basically just like a visual novel for a lot of it, the longer I wait to play it again, the better, probably. My plan is basically to do another run where I explicitly pick, because you get like a different trophy depending on what you choose at the end of like each chapter, so my plan is basically to just do another playthrough where I do everything backwards from what I normally would, and then do a third playthrough with a guide explicitly to get any trophies I missed.
That's fair. Fair and valid. Okay, so...
Speaking of Dispatch, I saw a tweet the other day about it, where someone was like looking at the statistics of the game, and they were like, majority of, it turns out that if you play Dispatch and you're like, I don't remember the age demographic, but it was probably like 20 to 35 or something, and you're a man, you basically always choose Invisigal, and if you're a woman, you always choose Blonde Blazer. To which I took offense, because I chose Blonde Blazer, like, frame 1. And then there's someone in chat asking who I picked. Yeah, I picked Blonde Blazer. I didn't mind Invisigal, but I didn't really like Invisigal. And that's probably, the fact that I didn't really like Invisigal probably contributed to, in my playthrough, she, became evil at the end.
Yeah, I never saw an evil ending for Invisigal. I only saw the really good ones.
I don't know what the other ones are, but when she's evil or whatever, she just, like... Do you care if I tell you, actually? Spoilers?
Nah.
Alright, spoilers for anyone else who cares about Dispatch. This is your chance to mute the video, or if you're watching on YouTube after the fact, skip ahead, like, a minute or two. She just, like, kills the final evil guy that you face or whatever. She just kills him for you. And then she, like, looks at you, and I think she, like, glares at you or something, and then leaves. She just, like, vanishes.
I do remember hearing about that, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, it might just, once again, contribute to I didn't really care about Invisigal all that much as a character. But, when it happened, and then the game said, like, failed as a teacher, I was like, how did I fail? I feel like she did everything wrong. How did I mess up? It's my fault that she needs me to hold her hand?
Sounds like a bit of a skill issue on her part, to be honest.
That's what I'm saying, man! Yeah, the more I think about it, I think that she was probably, like... I didn't hate her, but she was probably one of my least favorite characters in the game. I don't think there was a... I think there was a character I really hated, but there were definitely characters I just didn't care for. And the best character, of course, was the dog.
As it should be.
You'll see you later, Azrael. Enjoy getting Time Stranger. Okay, I've been watching your Digimon Cyber Sleuth playthrough. It's awesome. Keep up the good work. Thanks, man. Glad you enjoy it. Speaking of platinums, I gotta get to... I think I've decided now. Originally, I was gonna jump right back into Cyber Sleuth... Or not Cyber Sleuth. Time Strangers Mega Plus. But now that they're releasing the DLC episodes so quickly, because they said the next one is out this month, I think I'm gonna wait for all 3 DLC episodes, and then after the third one is over, I'll do Mega Plus.
Oh, those like things where you have to go through certain doors to get to them. And you had problems with the DLC because it said you hadn't had them installed when you did.
Oh, you were watching that? Okay, I was so confused. Alright, now I know what you're talking about. Yes, you go through the Akashic back doors. It's a bunch of doors to a new area. Yeah, and when I loaded up the game, it said it had, like, updated, but it hadn't actually, like, loaded in my DLC, so, like, mid-stream, well, beginning of stream, I had to open back up the PlayStation Store and, like, relaunch the game and all to actually access it. That wasn't anything major. Alright, that should do for that. For now. So if I'm remembering right, it needs to be like hill there, and then a little bit of hill on this side? Can't remember exactly. Yo, what's up, Lone Wolf? Oh, you're laying track, I see. What's this doing here? But anyways, yeah, I think I just have so many other games lined up to do. I still have my sub-goal games to do, and I eventually have to force Shroom to play Digimon World 4.
I still don't fully remember agreeing to that. I don't think it ever happens.
It doesn't matter if you remember or not, because I'll hold you to it either way.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, you must have been drunk or high, right? Because that'd be the only reason I could see you agreeing to that.
Bro,
That seems the most likely. Dry. It was very dry at the
God,
time.
it's gonna make such a bad joke.
Do it, you know you want to.
No, I'm glad that I had the self-restraint. It's not a good fit for my channel brand.
I see. This. See how's too shabby. Let's get some lead then. This is
Old man rambling over there. He's gonna start yelling at the clouds any second now.
That seems like something I do.
Oh, Ditto's here. He's here early. What the
Nice.
heck? Who let him in here early?
Ah, someone shut him out for another little bit.
Yeah.
He's not supposed to be here yet.
Blacklist him real quick for about another 20 minutes.
Sorry, we're not ready for you yet? Hello?
Ditto, what's poppin'?
Here. How's it hanging, everybody?
It's hanging, man. How you're here a little early today.
You
What's
be
up?
hanging.
I am a little earlier than is traditional for me on Saturdays.
He's
It's
broken the
called
holy
pulling
traditions.
strings. Can I say I'm good at that?
He must be stopped.
I can't be stopped.
Give it time.
Hey, it's your stream. You stop him.
So much work.
Exactly.
Is this one gonna be a little awkward? Pressing the
So,
wrong
what are
buttons
we
here.
building this afternoon?
Twilight Town, as ever.
Of course.
Yeah, let me know when you're good for creative.
I should be good for creative anytime.
No.
We'll try and do this and see if this works. This one's gonna be a little more awkward. I think I'll be able to make that work, probably. Ditto.
Yes.
What are you doing? Do you have a game plan?
Not really.
Come over here to Sunset Hill, if real.
Alright.
I want you to like pretty up the buildings. That's one of your skill sets, isn't it?
Among other things, yeah.
Yeah, just start tackling that if you wouldn't mind.
I think I can manage doing a little prettying. Let me see here. I gotta get... Where is that map thing that Dance had? So that I can see a map.
The map, the map. You have to work really hard to get the map. Don't you remember Dora the Explorer freaking out about it all the time?
No, you got a point. There we go. Incredible.
Oh, I've waited for this moment.
What moment?
You'll find out. Hey,
Please be careful.
this is the most effective way to get rid of all this dirt. When have you
I am
ever
building a
known
roof
me not to
below
be
you.
careful?
There's yeah, there's as long as you don't use it on the stone specifically, I think.
Well,
we
no,
should be
what do I look
okay.
like, an idiot? I'm a professional.
Do you want me to answer that?
No, no further questions.
That's what I thought.
Dude, I remember I was watching a Devil Artemis video. He like makes little like animation's the right word? He like uses like 3D models and all to make videos of Dragon Ball Z mainly, and then crosses it over with a bunch of other stuff. And it
Okay.
was Cell and Frieza, which doesn't mean much to most people here, but in the call, but it means something to Lone Wolf and the people watching potentially. And it had one of my favorite lines ever that like Frieza and Cooler. Did I say Cell? I meant Cooler. Frieza and Cooler are like siblings who hate each other. So they were arguing about something, and Frieza said, "Do you take me for a fool?" And then Cooler immediately was like, "I do, actually, but for the sake of the conversation, no, Frieza, of course not." It was so good.
For the sake of the conversation. I like that. That has pleased me.
I might have. That's not a direct quote, but that's roughly what it was. It was very good. The delivery was incredible. You. I gotta get all this nonsense off you so you have an actual roof here. Pew pew.
Chaos somewhere around. Yeah, there it is. On top of where you're blowing things up, there are two Mareep. And it was
Yeah.
just the timing of hearing an explosion followed by a very soft...
They get what they deserve.
Definitely sounded like you were murdering the Mareep. You wouldn't do that, would you?
No, I mean they're good sheep, Bronk.
So true. Now if it was Skiplet,
No further questions.
that's what... There's a Hoppip. I see a Hoppip. Hoppip spotted.
Communist detected on American soil.
That seems like it might not be a good thing. Sunset.
Explode dirt. All right. Where's the death hammer?
Oh, I have one.
I got it. Poor Mareep. Hi, Lone Wolf.
Hey.
Did you run out of stuff to do?
Yeah, I finished the rail, and so
Nice.
I'm gonna
nice.
come here and delete all this debris.
This. Because I'm gonna need it.
Whoops.
What did you do?
I just took out a little bit of... Yeah, it is easy fix. I didn't think I was low enough
What?
for it.
What was the one thing I told you, Chaos?
Yeah, well, as long as you close your eyes and count to 10, it'll be fine. He's not counting. He can't be counting that fast. All right, we're good. Be gone, dirt and other detritus.
His name is Lone
I don't know about that. I've been wondering. I've been having all these kinds of dreams. Like, is anything
Often
for
we've
me?
been wondering if Lone Wolf is who he says he is.
I don't know. I mean, for a lone wolf, he's around us a lot. I can't help but notice.
So true. It's all a bit sus.
The narrative is starting to fall apart a little bit, is all I'm saying. All right, these need to be
Mhm.
punched normally. All right, we're gonna have to get rid of
It's all
more
about
of this.
survival.
Kind of wondering if the next step needs to be... What's going on? Right, you got a little like back alley here. Kind of wondering if the next step needs to be like making these other buildings over here that we just did the front of square to get an idea of where all the stuff needs to go. That's probably going to involve needing to like fill in all the layers beneath. I don't want to have to work out the command and all for that right now. In fact, I'll probably try in between this creative stream and next one to get on here and just do a bit of like mass placing like dirt and stone underneath the floating parts of Twilight Town.
Alice. These Pokemon out of here.
That's going to be a sad day when we finally need to kill this Mareep in a boat.
No, never.
Well, you're going to need to move him because he's below a building.
No, we'll bury him under there. He'll be fine. Wait. Are you next to it, Lone Wolf?
I
Oh,
was.
whoops. I did it backwards. I typed in the teleport backwards. My bad. I'm so used to teleporting people to me instead of me to people. Alright, I have confirmed. Is a boy. Also is not at full health, for the record. It was like at 93%.
Must have taken some fall damage somewhere.
Guess what did you rate Legends ZA out of 10? I don't know, probably like a 6, I guess. I'll give it a 6. Wasn't as good as Legends Arceus. What do you think, Shroom? You like ZA or Arceus more?
I still haven't played Arceus, and I prefer it to ZA.
Of all the Pokemon you make yourself play, you didn't play Arceus. Arceus is, like, definitely the best game Game Freak has put out since, like, Black and White. Which is very funny, because the reason why is because it's fun to walk around and catch stuff, not to actually play Pokemon.
Yeah, that's what we're doing in this. I'm not actually playing Pokemon here.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, we're especially not during creative.
No, exactly.
that. And that. That was that one too many. There we go. Nice. Slowly but surely. I think Ditto getting here before Will means that Will has died. We're gonna have to
I'm not gonna rule it out.
we're gonna have to like make a giant Gengar in his honor or something.
Straight through.
What are you doing? What are you having trouble with over there, Ditto?
Just trying to do some block math.
Math? Math?
Making sure that this is going to work properly.
When have we
Because
ever
there's this
worried?
archway
When have we
right
ever
at the
worried about
beginning
that?
of Sunset Terrace.
You got a problem with my archway?
No, I don't have a problem with it. I'm just trying to make it fit. Because it's like a symmetrical shape. It's like these stairs are a little taller than they're supposed to be.
Yeah, Sunset Terrace is the place where I finally decided to take the most artistic liberties. And I advise that you do the same.
Because this archway gets very close.
You could just take it up with the stairs each time.
I could.
That's a good point.
I don't hate that idea.
But does it hate you? You could also bring these
Probably.
steps one closer.
I could also do that. Let me see. I'm glad that this is the first detail I've chosen to get myself trapped on.
Yeah, I'm glad that you've decided to accomplish as little as possible.
2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. How can I gradient this correctly?
Lone Wolf, what are you doing? You just flying around?
So 3.
I think I'm about to take this mountain down to ground level and have this deep sleep all the way down.
I have been, like, tackling that bit by bit over time. Because we do need to cut all of that down.
Okay, I think I might see the vision.
Oh yeah, I cut all the way through there. Boom! Alright, I was a little early on that, not gonna lie. Okay, Google, what to do when you set yourself on fire at the workplace?
Sounds like a skill issue to me.
Whether it is or isn't, I need an answer. Can you imagine Googling, like, what to do in this situation, and Google is like, yeah, don't get into that situation.
Consider not.
Yeah, just, like, avoid that like the plague. go. Eventually, I'm going to get down to that corner one, and that's going to be annoying. DuckTales, woo! Asdid will come over here and work on Sunset Terrace, and I have a feeling that by the end of stream, he might be like 2/3 done with this archway.
Yeah, just with this archway, of course. The most important part of the terrace, right?
Yeah, the most important meal of the day.